Welcome everyone. Today we'll be discussing DDoS mitigation in 5G with a focus on our novel solution, the Distributed and Adaptive Workflow Network, or DAWN. This research has been conducted at the NYU Tandon School of Engineering. In this session, we'll delve into the security challenges 5G faces due to DDoS attacks. We introduce a revolutionary solution, which we have called DAWN, that's positioned at the edge of the network core. We believe that DAWN, with its unique capabilities, will be a game changer in the 5G era. Now, this slide lays out what the remainder of this presentation is going to look like. So we'll take a look at 5G vulnerabilities and challenges as fits the scope of our paper. Then we'll introduce DAWN, our solution, and then we'll talk about the integration of it as well as a demonstration that we have at the moment. Then we'll go into the conclusion and future works. As we navigate the presentation, please keep an eye out for these critical terms: DAWN, Cisco Guard, Akamai, Kona, DDoS, 5G, and network security. They form the core of our discussion. 5G, as many of you know, represents a significant leap in wireless tech. With enhanced connectivity, faster data transmission, and support for new application, it's the next big thing. But with these advancements comes significant security vulnerabilities. 5G has revolutionized connectivity, but with it, it has amplified threats. The newness of it means uncharted vulnerabilities, and its different architecture means that traditional defenses might falter. We're contending with faster data transmission, more devices, and a greater emphasis on edge computing, all of which can increase the attack surface. As we know, DDoS attacks are not new, but in the 5G landscape, they've become more potent. These attacks exploit 5G network protocols, aiming to disrupt and even halt network services. So when a DDoS attack, or distributed denial of service attack, is launched, it targets various network segments. The result? The server processing capacity and bandwidth gets strained, making services slow or completely inaccessible. With 5G's implementation, which has the enhanced mobile broadband and massive machine type communications, can send large data volumes. This amplifies the DDoS attack potential, presenting immense challenges for cybersecurity experts. But let's briefly delve into the different types of DDoS attacks. A significant player in executing these attacks are botnets, large networks of compromised devices. And here's a challenge we often face when it comes to botnets. In traditional setups, while we can confirm if a user is genuine, verifying the authenticity of the traffic that a user sends is difficult to figure out. Now, volumetric attacks specifically aim to consume all available bandwidth of the target network connection. The attacker sends an overwhelming amount of traffic intending to exceed the capacity of the victim's infrastructure. It's an overload by volume. We're also going to go into specific types of volumetric attacks. So let's go into the mechanics of major volumetric attacks, starting with UDP floods. Attackers send a massive number of user datagram protocol, packets to random ports on the victim's system. As the system tries to respond to each packet and fails, it gets bogged down. Then there's DNS amplification, in which attackers send DNS query requests with a spoofed IP address, the victim's, to open DNS servers. These servers respond with much larger data amounts, overwhelming the victim's resources. And then there's ICMP ping flooding, in which attackers flood the victim with ICMP echo requests, or ping packets. The victim must process each packet, exhausting resources. Then we have protocol attacks. Protocol attacks exploit the standard procedures for establishing, maintaining, and ending connections. The SYN flood is a classic example. So an attacker initiates a connection but intentionally doesn't complete it, leaving the server's resources tied up, waiting for a response that never comes. And then we have application layer attacks, which target specific applications rather than the whole infrastructure. The way that they do it is that the HTTP flood simulates legitimate HTTP requests, but in vast quantities. The server sees them as genuine users and exhausts its resources trying to respond. So, in essence, the attackers exploit the server's trust, which is a phrase we've heard before. And then we have low and slow attacks. These are not about volume, but rather about duration. These consume a small amount of resources over an extended period, flying under detection radars. The idea with these is to engage the target system with legitimate looking requests, but at intervals and patterns that slowly consume resources. And then we have, apologies for that, we can peek into the specific strategies behind these low and slow attacks. So Slorus, it may be open to connections to the server, but keeps them open as long as possible by sending partial requests. The server waits for each connection to complete, which gradually exhausts its resources. We also have Rudy, which stands for Are You Dead Yet? Attackers initiate HTTP post connections and send the actual post data very slowly, byte by byte, keeping the target's resources engaged and waiting. We also have Sock Stress, which exploits vulnerabilities in the TCP connection process. By sending specially crafted packets, it can exhaust the server's available connections, preventing legitimate users from connecting. To wrap up, it's clear that DDoS attacks come in various shapes and sizes. Recognizing and understanding them is the first step in bolstering our defense mechanism. In the scope of our research, all of these are pertinent to what the architecture of Dawn, which we propose, is attempting to solve, and the way that it's attempting to protect 5G architecture in a way that has been done in bits and pieces through different solutions. Our proposal, however, intends to combine these to create an extensive, well-rounded, full solution to protect 5G networks from DDoS attacks. So, current research, let's talk about it. We've looked at several notable papers, propositions on using software-defined networks and network function virtualization advancements. Others propose algorithms against base station attacks, like seen here. We came across another research, and this is an image from there, which delves into vulnerabilities in software-defined networks using machine learning. Another focuses on intrusion detection systems for different network segments. Yet despite their contributions, they haven't holistically tackled the 5G DDoS challenge. Which brings us to the need for a comprehensive solution. Many solutions fixate on software, but the issue won't vanish unless we also address hardware. This rapidly changing landscape of threats and various constraints in handling them demands out-of-box solutions. Understanding the intricacies of existing DDoS mitigation solutions can shed a light on their strengths and limitations. Today, we're going to compare the formidable trio. We have Cisco Guard, Akamai's Kona Site Defender, and Cisco Secure DDoS Edge against our solution, which is Dawn. This will be a case study, and our innovation is the proposal of a new architectural framework, again, which we are calling Dawn, and how this compares to existing ones, the ones that we just mentioned, and why we believe that it is a worthwhile solution to implement and investigate. We have Cisco Guard, which is placed at the network's backbone. It acts as a sentinel by distinguishing between legitimate and harmful traffic patterns and employing methods like anti-spoofing. It offers multi-layered defense that adapts swiftly to emerging threats. We also have Akamai, Akamai's Kona Site Defender, which is positioned as a high-end WAF, web application firewall. Kona Site Defender offers more than just firewall protection. Its strength lies in the robust cloud infrastructure, enabling it to simultaneously deflect network layer threats and absorb application layer attacks, all the while keeping applications running smoothly. Then we have Cisco Secure DDoS Edge. In this, 5G presents new opportunities and challenges, which are addressed by the Cisco Secure DDoS Edge. By identifying and countering threats inherent to the 5G landscape, be it malicious IoT attacks or GTP tunnel breaches, this system acts promptly, which is one of the biggest selling points of it. Which brings us to why this matters in the first place. And a great example of that is VoIP.ms. So in 2021, a DDoS attack impacted this company, VoIP.ms, affecting thousands of users worldwide. VoIP, or Voice over Internet, allows voice communication and multimedia sessions over the internet, and providers for it are essential for global digital communication. And they became the prime targets for extortion-driven DDoS attacks. VoIP.ms, which is a significant player, encountered these attacks which disrupted the whole of their telephony services. Cyber criminals potentially impersonating the REvil group, our evil group, escalated their ransom demands from $45,000 to a high $4.3 million. The industry faced substantial revenue loss. Understanding the critical need for bolstering cybersecurity, the stakeholders impacted by the VoIP attack include VoIP service providers, their business and individual users, cybersecurity firms, ISPs, investors, and the broader economy reliant on stable digital communication. This event underscored the critical need for defenses like Dawn in the 5G era. Our solution might have mitigated such threats. Which brings us to Dawn.
Introducing Dawn, an alert-activated SDN. Dawn, or Distributed Adaptive Workflow Network, is our proposed solution to fortify against DDoS attacks. While currently theoretical, we're comparing it to existing methods to assess its potential in areas like load balancing and machine learning, targeting a broad spectrum from VoIP businesses to healthcare. Dawn ensures uninterrupted operations. Drawing from Lohachup's insights on DDoS threats in 5G, Dawn employs hardware preprocessors and an alert-driven SDN to ensure traffic management, scalability, and core network protection. Dawn's process is anchored by a vigilant main SDN that detects unusual traffic or threats and alerts Dawn SDN. Upon alert, Dawn either diverts suspicious traffic for thorough analysis or, if compromised, activates a backup system to continue its duties. This traffic undergoes detailed scrutiny by preprocessors using a defense algorithm. Safe packets are whitelisted and suspicious packets are blacklisted. Dawn then smartly allocates whitelisted packets using a load balancing algorithm, ensuring optimal processing without service disruption. If Dawn is under threat, the backup system seamlessly assumes control, and once the threat subsides, Dawn reverts to a passive state to conserve resources, ensuring continuous security without a single point of failure. Having just walked you through the intricate workflow of Dawn, it's crucial we delve deeper into some of its core components. At the forefront of this is software-defined networking. Let's dive deeper into the role of SDN in Dawn. SDN isn't just about directing traffic, it offers an enhanced performance and scalability unmatched by traditional networks. The symphony between the control, data, and application planes is what gives Dawn its edge. SDN is the nerve of Dawn, is the nerve center of Dawn for several reasons. It offers real-time adaptability, crucial in an era of rapidly evolving threats. Centralization allows for comprehensive network oversight, enabling swift, network-wide countermeasures at the detection of any threat. Acting as a network's conductor, SDN manages traffic meticulously, ensuring seamless flow while isolating potential risks. Furthermore, SDN enables Dawn to integrate seamlessly with existing infrastructures, enhancing security without extensive modifications. In short, SDN is Dawn's central nervous system, ensuring network security and health. As we progress, we'll delve into the importance of NFV in Dawn's framework. Network Function Virtualization (NFV) liberates network functions from hardware constraints, offering flexibility and scalability. Dawn harnesses NFV to enhance adaptability against threats, especially when paired with SDN, providing proactive protection. Within Dawn, NFVs play pivotal roles, from analyzing traffic in the application layer to directing it in the data plane, fortifying our network's defenses. Dawn's defense strategy emphasizes load balancing to combat DDoS attacks, distributing traffic across servers to prevent overloads. The fusion of Dawn's software-defined networking with network functions virtualization allows for efficient traffic management and real-time malicious traffic detection. To showcase its effectiveness, we'll simulate Dawn's capabilities with findings available on with our findings available on GitHub. Dawn's load balancing algorithm operates systematically. On a packet on a packet's arrival, it prioritizes directing it to an available virtual preprocessor. If none are available, a physical preprocessor is sought. In the unlikely event both options are exhausted, a new physical preprocessor is instantiated. This method ensures efficient resource utilization, preventing choke points, and optimizing packet flow to maintain the network's smooth functioning. Dawn's defense algorithm. Dawn SDN stands out as a robust defense cornerstone, vital for maintaining our network's integrity. Upon spotting anomalies, it swiftly reacts, prioritizing trusted sources and disseminating threat profiles. With dynamic rate limiting influenced by Yogesh's research, we adapt to traffic, ensuring genuine requests take precedence, while IP filtering removes malicious sources. Delving deeper, the Dawn SDN firewall and deep packet inspection scrutinize packets for concealed threats. Continuously analyzing traffic patterns, Dawn SDN syncs data with the main SDN, fostering a unified, adaptable defense throughout the network. Dawn SDN is bolstered by our preprocessor defense, specialized units designed to dissect threats meticulously. These preprocessors spring into action in high-risk scenarios, using signature-based detection for known threats and analyzing abnormal patterns to combat newer ones. Beyond protocol checks, they study traffic intricacies and, and volumes for any anomalies. Reinforced with hardware-level firewalls and deep packet inspection, they ensure comprehensive threat filtering. Continually syncing with Dawn SDN, preprocessors help force a cohesive multi-layered defense shield against evolving cyber threats. Diving into our main network, SDN, we harness its expansive visibility to detect security inconsistencies. Timecap alerts act as early detectors for anomalous spikes, while the integration of machine learning optimizes our real-time network flows. Deep packet inspection complements this sifting through data with various techniques. Machine learning synergy with our main network SDN provides Dawn with invaluable data, making our defense even more formidable. Through algorithms such as isolation forests and decision trees, precise detection is given. And as we approach the 5G horizon, by harnessing systems like Deep Kalman's propagation neural networks, it is possible to achieve a stellar 97.49% detection rate, setting the stage for next-gen network security. Beyond mere identification, our emphasis lies in continuous training and proactive, adaptive defense, ensuring the network's safety against ever-advancing threats. Integration and demonstration. Dawn stands out in DDoS defense, adaptable to enhance current security or serve as the primary guard for new infrastructures. Rather than replacing your existing systems, Dawn acts an advanced layer optimized to counter 5G threats using sophisticated machine learning, bridging any security gaps. Though initial implementation cost may seem high due to its backup preprocessors, the long-term advantages and potential cost efficiency, especially with the integration of NFV and SDN, make it a promising investment. Exact cost details vary based on our customization and remain undisclosed in our paper, but more insights can be found in the full research. As for the table in front of us, if you would like some more information on this, you can find it within our research paper. Dawn's load balancing. For those interested, you can explore our load balancing simulation and our GitHub link. This is only an initial implementation, and we aim to evolve it in time. I will speed it up, but in the default scenario, it goes up to 120 seconds, and it starts at 500 packets and then goes up to a peak of 2000 and then goes back to 500. And you get to experiment with some graphs and see different variations. Our conclusion and future work. Dawn is a dynamic and ever evolving, geared to adapt with the changing cyber landscape through agile methodologies. It is especially attuned to 5G's vulnerabilities, tackling specific threats like volumetric DDoS and SYN floods, using NFV preprocessors and machine learning. In essence, Dawn combines state-of-the-art technology and a keen understanding of contemporary risks, always striving for enhancement and cementing its position as a leader in cybersecurity. Thank you so much.